True confidence has no room for jealousy and envy. When you know you're great, you have no reason to hate. This quote perfectly captures the essence of why Sigma females never fight over men. Have you ever wondered what sets these women apart in the chaotic world of dating? Why do they seem so effortlessly magnetic and unbothered by the drama that often surrounds relationships? Let's dive into the unique qualities that define Sigma females and explore the reasons why they don't engage in petty battles for male attention. And hey, Sigma, curious women, make sure to watch till the end, because the final point is going to be mind-blowing, eye-opening, and deeply resonant for you. It's tailored just for you, so don't miss out on its powerful message. Stay tuned, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and share your thoughts in the comments section. Now, m'ladies, let's discuss this, shall we? Number 1. They have an abundance mindset. Sigma females have an abundance mindset, which means they don't treat men like a rare collectible toy. They know there are plenty of good ones out there, so there's no need to squabble over a guy like he's the last slice of pizza at a party. This mindset comes from a deep-seated confidence and self-worth. They understand that their value isn't tied to snagging a man, but rather to living a fulfilling and authentic life. Sigma females aren't about to get caught up in the desperation or scarcity mentality that drives many to fight over men. They know they have options, and that the right guy will come along without them having to dive into a gladiator-style showdown. This relaxed approach not only keeps their stress levels down, but also makes them incredibly attractive. Nothing says, "I have my life together," like a woman who doesn't feel the need to elbow her way to the front of the dating line. In the end, Sigma females are like the cool kids at a concert who don't rush to the front because they know the music sounds just as good from where they are. They aren't about to scramble for a man's attention when they have so much going on in their own lives. Their abundance mindset allows them to remain calm, collected, and utterly uninterested in fighting over anyone. And honestly, who can resist that level of chill? Number 2, they naturally attract men. Sigma females naturally attract men without even trying, like a magnet for metal. It's not because they're out there putting on a show or dropping hints left and right. It's their genuine confidence and independence that draw men in. They're comfortable in their own skin and have a life full of passions, interests, and goals. This authenticity is refreshing in a world where so many are trying to fit into a mold or play a part. Men are drawn to Sigma females because they don't need constant validation. They're not fishing for compliments or desperately seeking approval. They have a kind of self-assuredness that says, "I'm good with or without you," which is both intriguing and attractive. It's like they're the star of their own movie and men just want a role in it, even if it's just a cameo. Plus, Sigma females aren't about to chase after anyone. They're too busy living their own fabulous lives. This creates a sense of mystery and challenge that many find irresistible. They're like that rare book on the top shelf. You have to work a bit to get their attention, and that makes it all the more rewarding. In the end, Sigma females attract men because they're not trying to attract men. Their focus on personal growth, happiness, and independence makes them stand out. And let's be honest, nothing is sexier than someone who knows exactly who they are and what they want. Number 3, they never put men on pedestals. Sigma females never put men on pedestals because they know that everyone puts their pants on one leg at a time. They don't idolize men or see them as the end-all be-all of their existence. Instead, they view men as equals, not as gods to be worshipped. This perspective keeps them grounded and prevents them from getting caught up in unhealthy dynamics. They understand that putting someone on a pedestal only sets them up for a fall. Men are just people, complete with flaws, bad habits, and the occasional terrible joke. Sigma females aren't about to overlook all that just to maintain some unrealistic fantasy. They want a real connection, not a fairy tale where the prince is perfect and never burps at the dinner table. By keeping their expectations realistic, Sigma females avoid the drama that comes from over-idealizing someone. They aren't constantly disappointed because they're not expecting Prince Charming to show up on a white horse. They're looking for someone to walk beside them, not someone to kneel before. This practical approach makes their relationships more balanced and satisfying. In essence, Sigma females know that nobody's perfect, and that's perfectly fine. They're not here to worship men, they're here to connect, share, and grow with them. This down-to-earth attitude keeps their relationships healthy and drama-free, and frankly, it's a relief to everyone involved. Number 4. They have nothing to prove. Sigma females have nothing to prove because they already know their worth. They're not running around trying to impress anyone or seeking validation from others. They don't need to flaunt their achievements or seek approval to feel good about themselves. Their confidence comes from within, not from external sources. These women aren't caught up in the social rat race. They don't need to post every detail of their lives on social media to prove they're living their best life. They know they are, and that's enough. Whether they're crushing it at work, enjoying a solo weekend getaway, or binge-watching their favorite show in pajamas, they're content and confident in their choices. Sigma females don't engage in petty competitions to show they're better than someone else. They're not about to get into a contest over who has the best boyfriend, the coolest job, or the most Instagram followers. They see those games for what they are, a waste of time and energy. Instead, they focus on their own journey and let their accomplishments speak for themselves. Their self-assurance is so strong that they don't need to prove their independence, intelligence, or attractiveness. They just are. This makes them incredibly refreshing to be around because they're genuine and authentic. They don't need to put on a show or act like someone they're not. In the end, Sigma females are confident and secure in who they are, which means they have no need to prove anything to anyone. They're busy living their lives to the fullest, not worrying about what others think. And that, my friend, is a truly enviable way to live. Ladies, please take a moment to subscribe if you're enjoying the video so far and want more contents like this. Hit the bell icon to never miss an upload. Join our community of like-minded women, and let's learn together and explore more about the undisputed Sigma woman. At number 5, the modern dating scene is just a waste of time. Sigma females often see the modern dating scene as a colossal waste of time. With all the ghosting, breadcrumbing, and endless swiping, it feels more like a bad reality show than a genuine way to find a meaningful connection. They're not interested in playing games or deciphering cryptic text messages that require a team of linguists to understand. These women value their time and energy, and they're not about to waste it on someone who's still deciding whether or not they want to commit to dinner plans. The constant back and forth, the non-stop notifications, and the superficial small talk. They'd rather spend that time doing something productive or enjoyable, like perfecting their yoga poses or binge-watching a new series. Sigma females know that the modern dating scene often rewards quantity over quality, and that's not their style. They're looking for depth, for someone who can hold a real conversation and isn't afraid to be authentic. They're not impressed by flashy profiles or endless lists of hobbies that look like a resume for the most interesting person in the world. When they do decide to date, they approach it with the same no-nonsense attitude they bring to everything else. They're upfront, clear about their intentions, and not interested in wasting time on relationships that don't add value to their lives. This straightforward approach can be a breath of fresh air in the murky waters of modern dating. In short, Sigma females see through the charade of modern dating and prefer to invest their time in things that truly matter. They're not here for the games, the drama, or the endless scrolling. They want real, meaningful connections, and they're not afraid to wait for them. At number 6, they are comfortable being alone. Media, women vertical bar Sigma. Female fearlessly challenging the status quo and provoking discussion. Premium video clip of a Sigma female fearlessly challenging the status quo and provoking discussion, showcasing unwavering determination and boldness in her actions, resonating with the script's theme. These revisions align the stock media queries with the specific requirements of the script in each scene. Media, 1. Sigma females are completely comfortable being alone, and they actually enjoy their own company. They don't need a partner to feel complete or validated. Their happiness comes from within, whether they're diving into a good book, trying out a new recipe, or just enjoying a quiet night in. They've mastered the art of self-care and know how to entertain themselves without needing someone else around. You won't find them moping around, wishing for a +1 to make their life interesting. They're too busy pursuing their passions, setting personal goals, and enjoying the freedom that comes with being independent. Their comfort with solitude also means they're selective about who they let into their lives. They're not going to settle for just anyone because they don't fear being alone. They'd rather wait for someone who truly complements their life rather than rushing into a relationship out of loneliness. This makes their connections more genuine and meaningful when they do happen. Their friends often marvel at how easily they handle solo activities that others might find daunting. Going to a movie alone? No problem. Traveling solo? Absolutely. Dining at a restaurant by themselves? They might even bring a book to read. This independence is both inspiring and refreshing. In a world where many fear being alone, Sigma females stand out as paragons of self-reliance and contentment. Their ability to enjoy their own company makes them stronger and more resilient. It's not that they don't appreciate companionship, they just don't need it to feel fulfilled. And honestly, who wouldn't admire that level of confidence and independence? Number 7, they aren't desperate. Sigma females aren't desperate. They're not out there frantically searching for a man to complete them or validate their existence. Their self-worth isn't tied to their relationship status. And they certainly aren't willing to settle for just anyone to avoid being single. They approach relationships with a calm, collected mindset. They're looking for a true partnership, not just a warm body to fill a space. This lack of desperation means they have high standards and aren't afraid to enforce them. They know what they want, and they're not willing to compromise their values or happiness for a relationship that doesn't meet their criteria. This confidence is incredibly attractive. Men are drawn to Sigma females because they exude a sense of security and self-assuredness. They don't come across as needy or clingy, which makes them all the more desirable. Their independence and self-reliance are refreshing in a world where desperation can often lead to unhealthy, imbalanced relationships. Sigma females would rather be alone than with someone who doesn't truly appreciate and respect them. They're not going to jump into a relationship just to avoid the stigma of being single. They understand that a fulfilling life is built on more than just romantic relationships. They have friends, hobbies, careers, and passions that bring them joy and satisfaction. In the end, Sigma females are a reminder that being desperate for a relationship is never a good look. Their self-confidence and independence set them apart, making them both admirable and enviable. They know that the right person will come along when the time is right, and until then, they're perfectly content living their best lives on their own terms. Number 8. They don't flaunt their body counts. Sigma females don't flaunt their body counts because they understand that true value isn't measured by a tally. They're confident enough in their own skin that they don't need to boast about their sexual history to feel validated. To them, it's just not relevant to who they are as individuals or what they bring to a relationship. They see beyond the superficial numbers game that society often plays. They know that intimacy is a personal experience, not a competition. Instead of focusing on quantity, they prioritize quality and meaningful connections. Whether they've had one partner or many, it doesn't define their worth or their character. Sigma females are all about authenticity and depth. They don't need to shout from the rooftops about their conquest to prove anything to anyone. Their confidence comes from their inner sense of self, not from external validation. They're more likely to engage in conversations about their goals, dreams, and passions than to dwell on past relationships. This attitude is refreshing in a world where people often feel pressured to conform to certain standards or expectations. Sigma females break free from these societal norms, choosing instead to focus on what truly matters. They understand that their sexual history is their business and theirs alone, and they don't let anyone else's opinions dictate their self-worth. In the end, Sigma females know that a number can't capture their essence or the richness of their experiences. They live their lives on their own terms, embracing their uniqueness without the need to flaunt or hide their past. This genuine approach makes them all the more intriguing and admirable, showing that real confidence doesn't need a scoreboard. At number 9, they refuse to be a rebound option. Sigma females refuse to be anyone's rebound option because they value themselves too much to be someone else's temporary fix. They're not interested in being a band-aid for someone's heartbreak or loneliness. They know they deserve more than being second best or a placeholder until someone better comes along. When someone tries to rebound with a Sigma female, they're met with a polite but firm, "Thanks, but no thanks." Sigma females recognize the signs of a rebound like a detective spotting a fake Picasso. They're not about to get entangled in someone else's emotional mess just because they're feeling vulnerable or lonely. Instead, Sigma females hold out for genuine connections built on mutual respect and emotional maturity. They want someone who sees them for who they are, not as a rebound fling to distract from past heartaches. They're looking for a partner who's ready to invest in a real relationship, not someone who's still carrying emotional baggage from their last breakup like an overloaded suitcase. Their refusal to be a rebound option isn't about ego. It's about self-respect and knowing their own value. They understand that settling for less than they deserve only leads to disappointment and heartache. So they'd rather wait for someone who's ready to give them the love and commitment they deserve without the emotional roller coaster of being someone's rebound. In the end, Sigma females know their worth and won't settle for anything less than genuine love and respect. They're not interested in being a quick fix for someone's emotional turmoil. They're holding out for a relationship that's built to last, where both partners are fully invested and ready for the journey ahead. And that, my friend, is a decision that deserves nothing but admiration and respect. Thanks, Queens, for watching. See you in the next video. Bye for now, and God bless.